We're here with Frank Alfano. Mr. Alfano has almost 25 years experience with traffic ticket defense. I wanted to talk to you, Frank, about emergency vehicles. That's a big issue. It's a relatively new legislation. You have to pull over, slow, etc. for emergency vehicles. Can you tell the viewers what the difference is and what the requirements are with regard to emergency vehicles?
Yeah, if you're driving a car and up ahead is a police officer or a fire truck or something pulled over, you need to slow down and go into the lane away from them. So if they're pulled over on the right, you should change lanes to the left and slow down. This is a officer safety issue.
Okay.
So this legislation was passed as a result of many officers being injured or killed while doing routine traffic stops. So when you see those lights, make sure you slow down and change lanes. And you know the fines for this is like $400.
Oh, I know.
It's pretty stiff.
Pretty hefty, yeah. Now it's if it's safe to do so, correct?
That's right.
So who makes the determination on what's safe, whether it's safe or not? Does the driver decide that? How is that determination made?
It's subjective. So a police officer may think it was safe for you to make that lane change. You as a driver might have thought to yourself, well, that guy's the next lane over, he's speeding up pretty quick. I don't know that I want to make that lane change. So you think it's unsafe. That becomes very subjective, and it'll end up in the hands of a justice if it's disputed. But a lot of times, the people who get these tickets are not in congested traffic. They're the only vehicle on the highway. Right? So, it's difficult for them to say, well, it wasn't safe, there was other cars. So I think these tickets are generally only given to people who they're obvious violators.
Do you think that their good trial matters? I mean, I know that's a very general question, but...
They're not the easiest case to win, but they are defendable. And, I mean, paying it's a losing proposition because this will definitely affect your insurance premiums. The fines are pretty stiff. It's definitely worth giving it a shot anyway.
Okay. Careless driving. 6 points. Very common offense. We see it all the time. Very steep fine.
It's the premium crippler. So whatever you're paying insurance, you can almost bet that it'll be doubled or worse. And
pay it or not?
Don't pay it. No. Almost every accident results in a careless driving charge, and 999 times out of 1,000, you can probably get that reduced to some 2-point minor infraction with an $85 fine. So anyone who's in an accidents happen all the time. It can happen to anybody. So if you find yourself the recipient of a careless driving ticket, whether you hire someone or not, you should definitely go to court, talk to a prosecutor. Even if you don't go to trial, you'll probably be able to resolve it to something that won't be so catastrophic. Careless driving is also one of those offenses that doesn't find itself in a driver forgiveness program. So if you've been driving for a certain number of years and you pay for this driver forgiveness program that some insurance companies offer, a lot of times you'll find careless driving isn't exempted. So if you're convicted of careless driving, your insurance simply gets canceled or worse.
So can you go into a little more detail about the driver forgiveness program, kind of explain to our viewers what that is?
Some insurance companies offer a driver forgiveness program. Sometimes it's paid for, sometimes it's not. It depends on how many years you've been driving. Not all insurance companies offer it, but you'll see it on TV from a lot of companies. And basically what it is if you get a couple minor tickets, they won't use it to assess your premiums. Males under 25, females under 23 probably will never get it. So it's definitely down to a select few. Insurance is about risk assessment. What you pay in insurance is based on the risk you pose as a driver. So driver forgiveness is generally available to someone of a certain age and certain clean driving record.